I'm going to show you how to complete Sorcerer Thops' quest. So you'll find Sorcerer Thops over here at the Church of Irith in Luania of the Lake. So you need to get here first. And basically, if we talk to him, one, if you give him 10 runes, he will show you a few spells that you can buy, but they're all a bit pants, to be honest. But if we talk to him again,
Why, of course.
you can opt to talk to him.
Apologies, friend. I'm afraid my meager sorceries are no match for your generosity. Oh, right. I can tell you what I know about this place. That should help a bit. You've seen that structure to the north, towering over the water. That's the Academy of Raya Lucaria, where we study glintstone sorceries. Only its doors have been closed for quite some time now. After they declared they wouldn't interfere with the shattering, the Academy cast repelling seals on the east gate leading to the capital, and the south gate leading here. As you might have guessed, the seals are still active, making entry to the Academy impossible without a glintstone key. And so I'm stuck here. A fledgling sorcerer with little chance of acquiring a key. When they cast the seals, I'd just popped out. And now I'm uprooted from my place of learning.
So we can ask about the Glintstone Key.
Why not find yourself a glintstone key? Without one, you can't pass through the Academy, and you'll never reach the Erdtree capital. And if you find an extra glintstone key, perhaps, once you've tied up all your loose ends, and I can be very patient, would you consider donating it to me? I know it. I'm a bluntstone. Nary a hint of talent for sorcery. But still, my place is at the Academy.
So, with that slight hint, we can crack on with this. We need to find a glintstone key, but you need to get a spare one. So, if you go and get the one that gets you into Raya Lucaria Academy, that's no good for completing this quest. You need to get a second one, which is actually in Raya Lucaria Academy. So, I'm going to cover getting the first key, which I'll also do as a separate video as well, but also how to find that second one and complete Thops' quest. So I'm now here at Academy Gate Town, and what we need to do is get into Raya Lucaria Academy itself. Now you can actually get up through this area here, and there is a hint as to what you need to do to get the key, which I'm going to show here by doing a fast ride through with Torrent. Now you don't need to go and get this to actually get the Glintstone Key, but I thought it is interesting because this is the intended way to play the game. So we will just go through and make our way up into the Academy and do that. So just check on the... Okay, where we go, we're going to go this way. There is a, what you call it there? Brain is gone. One of these. A golden seed. Yes, so we'll put that up here. And continue on our way into the Academy. So you can see there's lots of stuff around here. And you're like, well, how do I get into this strange and confusing place? Which is a good question, because you can see it's not easy, is it? So we basically just need to find a way into the Academy. So you can see there's lots of horrible things here, but if we go this way, we should be able to work our way in to the Academy. So this is the way in here. And we'll go up through here. Just ignore everything. You can come back and battle these. There's various little drops you can get on various smithing stones. But if you're quick with Torrent, you don't need to do any of this. You can just go all the way through quite happily until you get to the sealed door, and then you're stuffed. But the point about getting to the sealed door is there is a slight hint on what you're supposed to do. There is also a site of grace, so you don't need to go through those soldiers again. So if we get the site of grace like so. Beautiful. And then if we go up here, there's this body. If we look at this, it's the meeting place map. You found a simple map. Checking inventory, or inventory for my American compadres. So if we have a little look in our inventory or inventory, somewhere in here there should be a little map with a little hint. So let me just see. I don't think where on earth it puts it. You can see we have a lot. Aha, there we go. Meeting place map. So examine using X. So I will do that. And you can see there is our hint. So it says simple map found on a corpse. Seems like to point to a meeting place. The man it came from is from shortly to side one. This all means gaining entry into the Academy at Glintstone Key. Now, there is a nasty beastie dragon over here. And where this is pointing to is, I think it's this one here. where we've got a big dragon. Now you don't need to fight the dragon, and even though I could give the dragon a whooping, I'm going to show you the more sensible way of dealing with that, which would be just to ignore the dragon entirely. So I'm going to go from this one, the 4 belfries, just because it's going to be slightly quicker, but you'll see that we're going to get to that area with the glintstone key. So if you want to do it without defeating the dragon, do it this way. So we're going to go forwards. I think yeah, you can see there it is. Put the little marker on where we're going to go. And like I say, you can go in and out to get this sorcery key, no problem. So, sorry, the glintstone key, but you can't give this to Thops. Forwards we go. And there is our sleeping dragon that you can see. And if you just ride behind the dragon, there's a couple of things. We've got dragon wound grease, Cuckoo, and somewhere here I think there's also a key. There it is, it's hiding there. Just there. Now we can leg it out without having to do battle with the dragon. So we now have access to the Academy at Raya Lucaria. Now, the route through Raya Lucaria is a bit of a long-winded one, so I'm just debating which way to do that, whether to do the quick way in this video, or whether to show you this in a separate video, possibly. So we'll see. So I'll have a little debate on how to do that, but we're now back here and we can use that key. So now we've got the key, we can get into the academy. So we go forwards, examine the seal, and because we have that key, we can make it through. You can see we've got a Sight of Grace here, so we can quickly get here in the future. So we've made it through the seal, and that takes us to this area where we can go directly up this lift into the academy and start exploring. So this part is just going to sort of show to the next Sight of Grace. I think we're doing this bit of walkthrough. I'll put on a lantern so you can see a bit better. I'm fighting with the Cipher Patter here, which is a nice blade, faith-based blade, which is pretty cool. If you want to know how to get that, have a little look at my other videos. And so I don't know why I ran off that way. I ran the wrong way. So we are at the academy here, like you can see. There is various bits that you can get on the way, but we will just work our way forward to the Sights of Grace as they make sense. So as you're going forward here, you just want to be taking your time, seeing what is around. So I do have a nice range spell here that we can use, and it's good to hit the target now and again just to make sure nothing is going to jump out at you, but you can see there's not a lot here. So we'll just go up here, hit these guys. They hit pretty hard, and so do I. Haha. So just try and roll past them like this. This one will, yow, give it a slap like so. Now if you're coming here and your fight is not as easy as that, have a little look at my other videos, because I show how to level up your character nice and powerful by this point. So we need to take some magic juice, so we will do that here and work our way into the academy. So we'll go through here. You can see we've got another dude ahead of us here, so we will just tip them with a lightning spear as well. So I think this gets, yeah, there's some nasty dudes drop down here, and again they hit quite hard from range. So we're going to slap them. But you can see the Cipher Patter is a nice set of weapons for this area. And I'm switching to two-handed mode with Y and RB to flick between them. We've got some bits and bobs here. Let's see what we got over here. What have we got? Golden Rune 2. That will save us not. You see my magic's a little bit worn, so we'll have a little bit of magic as we go. Hiding behind here we have a Somber Smithing Stone 3, which is nice. So this is not going to be a walkthrough of everything. This is just sort of showing you the general route through Raya Lucaria Academy as we go. We should have a little Sight of Grace here where we can rest, ready for the next part of the run through of Raya Lucaria Academy. So we're now going to go through quite a nasty area with lots of horrible things that will suck your magic and kill you quite easily, and they just seem to keep spawning again. So what I suggest you do is just run through this area, because if you just attack everything, it just takes forever. And you can see we can go through quite easily without attacking anything, which works out well. There is a route to run left and get some other stuff there. I just can't remember what that is. Let me see. A silver pickle outfit. But you can see by running through is much safer. I could also use the Spell Assassin's Footsteps or something, I think it's called. But it is just safer to just do this and come back and explore this later if you want. But we just want to get through to the next site of grace without getting too harmed. So you can see, still got a little way to go. There is a bit of a battle you can do up over there, but the safest thing is to avoid that. I'll probably show that in a separate video. I'm going to go this way to continue through the main area. Up forwards there is a battle, and I'll probably show that, like I say, in a separate video. Just come up to this area, and then up here. I think you can drop down the other side for stuff as well, but again, I'll probably show that in a separate video. And here we go, another site of grace. So the next place that we've got is for the Red Wolf of Radagon. Now there's various bits and bobs that you can get on the way here, but it's very easy to get a good slap in by the many foes that you've got on the route up to the wolf. So what we're going to do is just skip all of it like this. But if you want to go battling through, knock yourself out. But you can see we can get up to there relatively unscathed if we just leg it real quick. Now, the Red Wolf does hit pretty hard, so I'm sure there's various different ways to defeat this dude. I'm going to use Lucaria the Headless here. And I'm just going to roll to try and be well out the way of the wolf, because the wolf does hit hard. Ow. Let's get my runes. I'm just trying to get him to not be too angry at me here. And then we will attempt some lightning flame. So a bar spell works quite well. Oh, that rhymed. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. So, like so. And then just roll him well out of the way and keep him miles away from this beast is a good plan. Ow. So you can see it's still very interested in attacking me rather than Lucaria. So, but just allow that aggro to more attracted to Lucaria, and then just hit at distance from having a good old crack. Lucaria works well. Whoa! Need some magic. There we go. Not sure why it's got stuck there, but there we go. The Red Wolf of Radagon is done, and we get our memory stone for our efforts there. So yeah, just keep rolling away, keep at distance, try and battle at distance is good. If you have difficulty, just level up with that. But hopefully that helped you out. Okay, so from this site of grace, we can now go get that second Academy Glintstone Key. So we're going to run forward from here, and we're going to speed run this largely just so we don't get hit too hard. But there's this area here with various dudes. Go this way. And this way, just keep running, and then jump up here and across, and up this way. You can see everything is wanting to kill me. No surprise there. For our reward, we get a Golden Rune 3. Now you want to take your time across the rooftops here. A ranged spell is really good to have, or you can use a bow and arrow if you're so inclined, or you could just run past things, but we'll take things out as we go, because we can. Here we go. Take some health here. Now we are going to make our way up here. And across. Now there is some beasties here, and again that ranged spell works good. There we go. And the right button, the right sort of target button is very useful to ensure that these guys don't hit you too hard. Oh, there's a third that I forgot about. Never mind. Oh, this is going to be close. quite to my usual standard here, but should just about be alright, I think. So we'll make our way forwards from here. And here we have a meteor bolt. I remember the way now. Go this way. Then it's this way. I think we are close. Still keep going round. Guy ahead. Now, one to the side as well, so I need to be careful. Oh, that one was going mad. And this way. Here we have Golden Rune. I think we do need to actually go the other way as well. There we go. Drop down here. Around here, we are so close now. That one taken care of. I think we can actually jump in here. We'll go here. You can see we are sort of nearly where we need to be to get this second key. So we've got summon up high and summon down low. So I think, yeah, that's the Golden Rune 3. So we need to drop carefully down onto that chandelier. So you just want to take your time, just a real gentle drop off. It's a ridiculous place for this to be hidden. But, oh, there we go. And there we have the Academy Glintstone Key. So now I'm back at the Church of Irith, back to see Thops.
To learn another? Wonderful. You're most welcome to any of my anemic little spells.
Now we can give him the key.
Are you certain? You're willing to give your glintstone key to me? My, oh my. Thank you. Thank you dearly. Now I can go back to the Academy to resume my study of glintstone sorceries. And the very stars.
Now he gives you a sort of gesture here that you can use to get another thing in the game, which I'll show later. But there it is, Euridition, and I will show that in a separate video. But there is also something else useful about Thops that you can get, which we're going to cover here. So you can see he is happy now, and if we go back to Raya Lucaria, we can finish off this quest and see what ends up going with him. So I'm now back at the schoolhouse classroom site of Grace at Raya Lucaria Academy, and if you run back outside to the route into here and round the corner, look, sadly what has happened to Thops. He'd be dead. If we pick this up, you get Thops Bell Bearing, which you can take to the Twin Maiden Husks and buy any of the stuff that you forgot to buy from him if you needed any of it. Well, that was all big pants anyway. You get the Academy Glintstone Staff for your troubles, and Thops' Barrier, so a bit of a spell for you as well. So they are all things that you can access. And there you go, you've done it. So I suppose it's an alright little spell there if we have a quick little look. I'm not sure whether I can use it because I'm not a sorcerer by any means, but if we have a little look at the spells... No, I can't use it, so let's just say I was going to pop it in there. Thops' Barrier. Erect a magic force field to deflect spells. So it could be interesting. It needs intelligence of 18, some faith-based, so I can't use that one. But at least now you know how that whole quest pans out, how to complete it. If that was useful to you, my friends, give us a thumbs up, please. Much appreciated. Any comments welcome. If you need more help with the game, do let me know, and I'll help you out with a future video, hopefully. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.